Picture a woman in 1725, Eleanor, her hands steady and practiced as she spins wool by candlelight after a long, exhausting day tending to her family and home. The room is quiet except for the gentle whir of the spinning wheel and the soft crackle of the fire. In these precious evening hours, Eleanor finds a moment of her own, transforming raw wool into fine thread, her labor both a necessity and a small act of hope. With every skein she finishes, she earns a few extra pennies, small coins that mean a little more food on the table, a bit of comfort for her children, or perhaps a candle to light another night's work. Her handiwork is valued, her skill a quiet contribution to her family's survival. The spinning wheel hums quietly. Each thread she spins a small victory, a tangible sign of her resilience. Every turn of the wheel is a step toward a more secure future, a testament to her determination to make the most of what little she has. Now, fast forward 3 centuries. Meet Chloe in 2025, sitting in her cozy apartment, editing a video on her smartphone. The glow of the screen lights her face as she crafts content that will reach thousands, maybe even millions by morning. Her tools are digital, her audience global, but her motivation is strikingly familiar. Each like, comment, and view is her modern thread, tiny digital tokens that add up to real income, earned in the margins of her busy day. With every notification, Chloe feels a sense of accomplishment, a reminder that her creativity and effort are valued in a new kind of marketplace. The tools have changed, spinning wheel to smartphone, candlelight to LED screens, but the drive remains the same. Both Eleanor and Chloe are united by a desire to carve out independence, to use their skills to create something meaningful and to provide for themselves and those they love. Across centuries, both women use their talents to shape their own destinies. Whether spinning wool or editing videos, they are resourceful, determined, and innovative, finding ways to turn spare moments into opportunity. The side hustle is not just a modern phenomenon. It's a tradition passed down through generations. From handcrafts to digital content, women have always found ways to earn a little extra, to build something of their own, and to claim a measure of independence. It's about making more from what you have, using spare time to build something of your own. Whether it's a few quiet hours after sunset or a late-night editing session, the spirit of the side hustle is about resourcefulness and ambition. From the whir of the spindle to the ping of a notification, the sound of the side hustle echoes through history. These are the rhythms of progress, the soundtrack of people striving for something better. The story is timeless. Create, earn, improve. Each generation finds new ways to express their creativity and ingenuity, but the underlying drive remains unchanged. The setting may change, from a humble cottage to a sleek city apartment, but the spirit endures. The desire to make, to earn, to grow is woven into the fabric of our lives. The side hustle is an unbroken thread of human ingenuity, connecting past and present, spinning new possibilities from the fibers of tradition and innovation. What is a side hustle? At its core, it's simply earning money outside your main job. But it's so much more than just a paycheck. A side hustle is about taking initiative, finding opportunities, and making the most of your skills and time. It's about carving out a space for yourself in a busy world and building something that's truly your own. The idea is ancient, passion, profit, and practicality combined. Throughout history, people have always found ways to earn a little extra, whether by selling handmade goods, offering services, or trading skills after hours. Sometimes it's necessity, extra work to pay bills or survive tough times. When the main job isn't enough, a side hustle can be the difference between making ends meet and falling behind. Other times it's about passion, turning hobbies into income. Maybe you love painting, baking, or making music, and you dream of sharing your creations with the world. The side hustle is a safety net, a creative outlet, and a way to take control of your financial future. It's a chance to experiment, to learn, and to grow beyond the boundaries of your day job. It's not a millennial invention or an internet fad. The side hustle has been around for generations, adapting to the times but always serving the same purpose. From street vendors in ancient cities to teenagers mowing lawns in the suburbs, and today's gig workers delivering food, the hustle takes many forms. Farmers' wives selling eggs, Victorian writers penning articles, modern coders building apps, all share the same spirit. The drive to do more, to create, and to provide. The hustle is about valuing your time and skills and believing that your efforts can lead to something greater. It's resilience and creativity in action. It's about adapting, solving problems, and finding new ways to thrive. Whether for survival or joy, the side hustle is woven into our history. It's a thread that connects generations, cultures, and communities. It's about making your talents work for you on your terms. It's about freedom, flexibility, and the satisfaction of building something from scratch. The side hustle is as old as work itself, and it's here to stay, evolving with us as we find new ways to dream, create, and earn. Before Etsy or Instagram, the home was the original marketplace. In the 18th century, the cottage wasn't just a place to live. It was a center of commerce, creativity, and survival. Every room buzzed with activity, and every family member played a part in the household economy. In the 1700s, cottage industries powered the economy. Side hustles were everywhere. People didn't just work for themselves, they worked for their communities, producing goods that would travel far beyond their village. Families spun wool, carded by children, spun by women, woven by men. Each step was a family affair, with skills passed down through generations, and everyone's hands contributing to the final product. Spinster once meant a woman who spun yarn, a vital economic role. These women were respected for their skill, and their work was essential to the household's income. Yarn was currency, sold to merchants or used at home. The quality of a family's yarn could determine their reputation and their ability to trade for other goods. The putting out system was freelance work before the gig economy. Merchants delivered raw materials, and families transformed them into finished products, earning money on their own terms. Families worked at their own pace, fitting tasks around farm life. The rhythm of the seasons shaped their schedules, blending agricultural chores with craft work. This was the first work-from-home model. The cottage was both office and factory, where business and family life were inseparable. Beyond textiles, women brewed beer, baked bread, churned butter, and sold surplus eggs and honey. Every skill was a potential source of income, and nothing went to waste. Every extra product was a business opportunity. Homemade cheese, preserves, and even candles could be sold or traded, turning daily chores into profit. Superior butter or ale built reputations and loyal customers. Word of mouth was powerful, and a family's name could become synonymous with quality. These were not just chores, they were enterprises. Women and men alike honed their crafts, innovating and adapting to meet the needs of their neighbors and the wider market. Women were artisans, business owners, and hustlers all at once. Their skills and determination helped shape the local economy and provided for their families. The cottage was a hub of small-scale entrepreneurship, a place where innovation, hard work, and family came together to create opportunity from everyday life. Side hustles in the 18th century went beyond spinning. Candle making was a messy but profitable craft. Better candles meant more sales. Home-based chandlers were the original Etsy sellers. The rise of printing created pamphleteers, writing for pay, influencing opinion and building reputations. It was the blogging of its day. Tradesmen like blacksmiths took on odd jobs, repairing pots, forging hinges, creating decorative ironwork. These were the original handymen, paid in cash or kind. What united them? Artisanal entrepreneurship. They turned raw materials into value, tallow, ink, iron, just as today's freelancers do with digital tools. They monetized skill, solved problems, and built small businesses. The spirit of the side hustle: creativity, hard work, and finding a market. The original makers proved that good ideas and effort always find buyers. The Industrial Revolution changed everything, but the side hustle survived. City life meant a single wage rarely sufficed. Side gigs became essential. Piecework was common. Women sewed garments at home, paid by the piece. Grueling, repetitive, and low-paid, it was the 19th century version of today's gig work. Taking in lodgers was another urban hustle, renting out space for steady income. The landlady became a small-scale property entrepreneur. City streets teemed with hustlers, buskers, street vendors, mudlarks, and pure finders. They seized every small opportunity, living by their wits. These were the original gig workers, resilient, resourceful, and relentless. The hustle adapted to city life, proving its necessity. Even in harsh conditions, people found ways to survive and thrive. The side hustle was urban ingenuity in action. The 19th century birthed creative hustlers, serialized novelists like Dickens. Paid by the installment, Dickens kept readers hooked, income flowing. Lesser-known writers churned out penny dreadfuls, freelance writing at a furious pace. It was the gig economy of ink and imagination. At home, make, do, and mend became a micro-business, darning socks, patching clothes for neighbors. No capital needed, just skill and time. Today's repair culture echoes this tradition. The Victorian era foreshadowed our gig economy: remote piecework, serialized content, street performers, and home-based repairers. The technology has changed, but the exchange, skill for fee, remains. The Victorians would recognize today's gig work instantly. The side hustle's DNA is centuries old. The 20th century brought new hustles, shaped by social change. Prohibition sparked moonshining, illegal, risky, and lucrative. After World War II, side hustles became more respectable. Tupperware and Avon parties turned social circles into sales networks. Women became entrepreneurs from their living rooms. The digital revolution began. Tech-savvy teens fixed radios, then PCs. eBay let anyone sell to a global audience. Your attic became a shop. E-commerce was born, and freelance knowledge work took off. Programmers and designers sold expertise, not just time. The gig economy shifted from manual to high-skilled work. From secret stills to online stores, hustlers adapted and innovated. The 20th century hustle was about seizing new opportunities. The side hustle kept evolving with society. In the 21st century, the side hustle is mainstream, thanks to the internet and smartphones. Access is the game changer. Anyone with Wi-Fi and an idea can start. Content creators are today's pamphleteers, reaching millions on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Personal brands become businesses, monetized through ads, sponsorships, and merch. Digital products, templates, courses, music can be sold infinitely with no inventory. Passive income is now possible for anyone with expertise. Platforms like Fiverr and Upwork are global marketplaces for every skill. Shopify and print on demand let anyone become a retailer, no stock required. The digital toolkit is vast and powerful. Starting a business has never been easier or more accessible. The side hustle is now digital, scalable, and borderless. The spirit of the hustle is more alive than ever. From Eleanor's candlelit cottage to Chloe's smartphone, the hustle endures. The tools change, but the drive to create and earn is timeless. Side hustles are about survival, pride, passion, and independence. We're part of a long tradition: spinsters, pamphleteers, repairers, and digital creators. Every hustle is a chapter in a centuries-old story. When you launch a podcast or sell handmade goods, you walk in historic footsteps. Human ingenuity links us across generations. The side hustle is a powerful, humbling legacy. Reflect on how people have always turned skills into opportunity. Which historical hustle would you try? Chandler, pamphleteer, moonshiner? Let us know in the comments. What's your favorite hustle? Or which historical one would you try? And if you enjoyed this journey through 300 years of hustling, don't forget to like and subscribe. You're writing the next chapter in a 300-year-old story.